Welcome back. Oh, depending on if this obviously is the first time that you see my face or not. These are micro habits that supported my spiritual journey, and since you loved the first part, here's the second part to it. Let's get right into it, shall we? Micro habit number 1. I connect to God first thing in the morning and last thing before I go to bed. Now, please keep in mind, connecting with God can look in a lot of different ways. For me personally, it's just silent meditation. Doing it first thing in the morning ensures that basically my whole day is starting off in alignment with Source. And what you're actually seeing in my channeled messages, these letters to self, these I actually channel right before I go to bed. So this is just like a fun way of me to connect to Source in a more playful manner. And I also practice automative writing. So that's a win-win. Micro habit number 2, I'm very mindful of what I consume. Starting with food, I'm saying no to processed food. And if you're on that journey yourself, you most likely already notice that yourself as well, but your body is just craving more earth-based, natural, organic foods. But it's not only about food, it's also about the type of content media that I consume. Well, my eyes consume and my ears, like all the senses. So I already shared with you that I completely scratched watching TV, but I'm obviously on social media. And even though I already limited how much I actually spend on these apps, just consuming content, I made it my mission to have the algorithm work for me. It's like very aligned with my values and my soul in general. Because don't forget, we are manifesting all the time. So knowing this, you might want to declutter your social media feed, because there's no off button. We're co-creating our reality constantly. And something that kind of like plays off on that point, micro habit number 3, I speak kindly to myself and others. Now, this sounds so obvious, right? Like, yeah, of course, positive affirmation, everything. But no, it's more of a way to live because, well, first, you need to show yourself the love that you know you're worthy of every single day. But the real challenge comes when you're interacting with others, especially those that are not as aware yet. Because what I strive to do every single day is practice non-judgment. And it's freaking hard. And I can be like completely honest, judgments creep in every single day. So every time I catch myself doing it, I'm like, Tony, we know better. Zoom out. Realize that we are all one. So show them grace, have compassion and love, and erase that judgment. And I'm doing all of this to basically anchor in the love in my heart, strengthening my heart, always coming back to it, to keep it open and receptive. Just something to observe in your everyday, how you interact with others. And when the little voice, your ego, kicks in and is judging others for living a life that you could not see yourself living. But who are you to judge that? It's all part of their individual soul journeys after all. So that's maybe a better way to look at it. Micro habit number 4, I protect my energy field right before going to bed. We cannot see energy, unfortunately. I mean, we're getting more sensitive to it. So there might be a time somewhere in the future where we'll be able to see all what actually exists. But for now we cannot see it, which doesn't mean it's not there. So what we need to be mindful of is protecting our energy, the vibration that we're working so hard for to keep at a certain level. We don't want any entities, energies disturbing that peace. So what I started doing right before I close my eyes to go to sleep, I basically say, I'm calling my power back now from any entity, person, place, or situation that was never theirs to keep and carry. And in return, I release all energy back to its rightful people, back to its entity, person, place, or situation, because it was never mine to keep and carry. To the highest good of all, to the harm of none. This is what I declare in my name. You probably felt how powerful that is. That's all about reclaiming your power. So that's number 1. And number 2 is I wrap my energy field in a bubble of white, divine protective light. So it's basically a protection shield that makes sure that when I go to bed and I'm in the astral, I'm perfectly protected from everything that I might encounter there. And that's also something, this protection shield, you can do that as many times as you want within a day if you feel yourself needing that extra protection. I also do it when I go into my channelings, into my meditations, to make sure that only messages of the highest good come through, of highest Christ consciousness, and nothing else. So let me know if you're doing something similar, or if that's something that you actually want to try out for yourself. Like, I can just highly recommend it. And last but certainly not least, micro habit number 5, I'm connecting to a like-minded community. Ooh, and that is a huge one, because I don't know about you, but in my immediate circle, I don't have anyone that is basically on their spiritual journey with me. So I need to seek out that sense of community and belonging outside of my environment. And what better way to do it than the internet, right? That is a beautiful gift that we have, to be able to connect with everyone across the globe. And I was lucky enough to find a community. It's called the Galactic Moon Circle by the Buji Healer. I will have it linked in the description box. You might want to check her out and the community. It's one of my main lifelines during these times, because not only is she very connected to source and a very clear channel, but she also gives incredible energy updates, and her meditations during new and full moons are out of this world. And not only that, it's so reassuring to know that I'm not alone in feeling a certain way, just as I'm hopefully making you feel the same way when I'm sharing these videos. Because there are so many people going through the same freaking thing. It's just about finding them. And the beautiful thing is, with us elevating spiritually, soul family, and the people that are in alignment with us, we just naturally attract and magnetize to ourselves. So if you currently find yourself quite lonely on the spiritual path, because we all know it is, make sure that you find your people. Set the intention out there, and then the universe will deliver those people to your doorstep. That's how it works. We know that. But I truly mean it when I say community is one of the most important things at this time. We are not meant to be on our journey alone. We are meant to join forces. And if you have listened to my channeled messages before, you know that this has come through already for us. So get out there, connect, and see magic unfold. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Let me know if you're doing any of these micro habits yourself. What micro habits have you implemented into your everyday to strengthen your spiritual connection? I'm always curious to know, so let me know in the comment section below. As always, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful rest of the day, and I cannot wait to see your beautiful face in one of my next videos, which is gonna be tomorrow, because I'm posting daily until the end of the year. Oh, I love you so freaking much. Take care of yourself. Okay, bye baby. I love doing these. I might even have to do a part 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are so many things that I do that I kind of forgotten that I'm doing. But videos like these, it's just making me realize that so many things just piled up over time. In a good way, obviously. It just amazes me how long I was able to stick to these type of habits already. It's making me feel so good. That's a beautiful thing. But yeah, I'm rambling at this point. I'm gonna leave you be. Bye-bye.